Hello, everyone, and welcome to an empowering word with Whitney. I'm so glad to be here today. I hope you all are. I've just really been studying a lot with God's word and really trying to press in on God more with some things that He's been showing me. But first, before I get into something that God dropped into my spirit to share with you all, I have one of my shirts on that I designed, and it is She Stays in Her Bag. In her Bible in her bag. I love this shirt. Y'all listen. I love this shirt. It's just me. I was just like, out of all the shirts that I have designed, this is the one that I really feel like I probably love the most because, stays in her Bible and her bag. Like, that is me. But look, God gave me something and He dropped something in my spirit, and I just really feel a heaviness in me to share with you all. And I don't know who this is for, but share this word and allow it to empower someone else. Don't just let this word sit with you. Share it for someone else to empower someone else. But God put in my spirit today to tell someone, you need to get committed. You need to make up your mind if this is what you want to do or you don't want to do it. You have to get committed. And I always tell people, you have to have a made up mind, because that's something that God has shared to me. You don't get anywhere being indecisive. An indecisive spirit will always get you stagnant. It will always keep you bound in a place if you are indecisive, because it's a spirit of confusion. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know where you want to go. And that spirit of confusion will prevent you from going somewhere, because then anxiety arises. See, that spirit of confusion then invites anxiety to come into your life, and the next thing you know, you're anxious about every decision that you're making. The next thing you know is inviting other people in it with their spirits, because now you're unsure of yourself, and now you're doubting. So that spirit of doubt creeps in, and now you're asking other people, is this something that I should be doing? What do you think about this? Do you think this is a good idea? Should I do it? Should I not do it? You're doing all of these things instead of just trusting the God in you. If God promised it to you, you need to have a made up mind, because this is the thing. The problem is not with the promise. The problem is with you. Have you said, you know what, I'm committed to this? Listen at this. When Moses went to the people, he said, hey, I'm going to deliver you to the land of flowing with milk and honey. Okay, it was up to them. He couldn't deliver people who didn't want to get delivered. He could not do that. These people had to have a made up mind if they were going to allow Moses to deliver them and to go to the promised land, because they had to make up in their mind, I'm going to follow him no matter what. And if you look at the Israelites, a lot of times the Israelites, they got into themselves and they became indecisive. Whenever hardship came, whenever the wind blew too strong, they may have lacked a meal. I know sometimes we go through hardship, and hardship will make you question, am I going the right way? But when you know that you know that you know, and you know that God promised you something, and you know that you're going there, even though it's hard, you cannot allow yourself to be unsure. You have to have a made up mind. So the Israelites, even though God was taking them where they were supposed to go, even though Moses was leading them there, they became indecisive. They started griping. They started grumbling. We should have stayed in Egypt. Why did we come here? That's why a lot of them did not see the promised land, because they did not have a made up mind to see the promised land. How many of you today can say, that's me? I don't have a made up mind. See, this right here is a word for accountability. I'm really big on accountability when it comes to God, because I hear too many times we give too much power to the devil, and we give too much power to him and not enough power to ourselves that's in us. We don't realize the power that we have within ourselves. We feel like we're just little puppets, and either God pulls our strings or the devil pulls our strings. No, you can have God in you, and you can pull the strings of your own life and go where you need to go, because God has already predestined you to go somewhere. He's already put a pathway and a map there. He's already put a destination in your GPS for you to go. It's up to you to get in your car and drive. You can't stop and look in your rearview mirror and see who's behind you. You got to say, I'm going here. I can't get in the middle of traffic and say, man, you know what? I'm going to just go back home. I'm not even going to go here. You cannot do that. When God has put the destination in your GPS, you have to have a made up mind. A made-up man is a committed man. A made-up man is a determined man. A made-up man is a person who ain't gonna change, who's not indecisive, who can weather the storm. Let me tell you something. A person with a made-up man is a person you can trust. If that person ain't got no made-up man, you can't trust them in that area. And that's the truth. You cannot trust yourself in an area that you're indecisive in, because your indecisiveness, once again, like I told you, it's gonna begin to invite other spirits into your life. So when you're indecisive and you don't understand, that spirit of confusion walks in. Once the spirit of confusion walks in, the spirit of doubt comes in. Once the spirit of doubt creeps in, next thing you know, I don't know what other spirits come, but I know those two spirits are one of those that follow along, because guess what? I can say that because I've been there. I've done that. And I know I had to get delivered from those things. I knew that being indecisive was not my portion. And I had to, God told me one day, he told me to write down on a piece of paper, you have to have a made-up man. I put it on a sticky note, and God was telling me, you have to have a made-up man. You have to have a sure man. A sure man that, you know what, despite how hard this is, despite my frustration with this, I'm still going to persevere, and I'm still going to press forward to where God has called me to go. You cannot allow the storm to cause you to go back. Okay, Jonah and the whale. You see what I'm saying? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot be fearful and allow that fear to do that, because that's what happens. Indecisiveness will cause a lot of other spirits to come in and be invited into your life. God is telling somebody today, you need to have a made-up man. You need to be sure of what you're doing, and you need to stand on that. No matter how hard it gets, no matter what it looks like. Just like the Israelites, they got out there and they were in the wilderness. It wasn't supposed to take them all of those years that it took them to get to the promised land. And then many of them didn't even make it to the promised land because of their mouth. They were griping, they were complaining, they were frustrated. They were indecisive. Let me tell you this. If you want to get the promise of God, have a made-up mind to see it. If you don't have a made-up mind, you will not be able to envision it. If you don't have a made-up mind, you will not be able to live it. Until your mind is made up and determined that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I want to say that's Psalms 27:19, I believe. I'm not for sure. But if you have a made-up mind that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. No, I don't care what struggles I'm going through. You know what? By Jesus' stripes, I am healed. I am healed here on earth. If you cannot have in your mind and be determined in your own mind that this is my portion, that I'm going to see what God has promised me, then give it up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Give it up. What you keep going for? Because you ain't getting nowhere. You're gonna be just like the Israelites. If your mind is not made up, you're gonna be like the Israelites, wandering in the wilderness, and it's not gonna be you who gets to the promised land. It's gonna be the seed that comes that was determined to say, I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it. Because let me tell you, the reason why the seeds of the Israelites were able to get to the promised land is because God already promised it to them, and they were the inheritance of their ancestors. But beyond that, it's because they were able to see the signs and the wonders that God did in their ancestors' life. They were able to hear about the stories, how God parted the Red Sea. It's a difference when God parts the Red Sea in your life and you see it and you still feel like you're not making progress. Because when you are in a place of bondage, like the Israelites were in Egypt, it's hard to be able to see the land of the milk and honey when problems after problems after problems after problems come. I was telling someone the other day, and I just put this on Twitter. I'm not going through, I'm breaking through. Stop saying you're going through and start beginning to say I'm breaking through. See, the reason why you're going through hardship, the reason why the enemy is attacking you with hardship is because you're breaking bondages off your life. You're breaking chains off of your life. And anytime you begin to break chains, anytime you begin to make progress, anytime you begin to move forward, anytime you begin to elevate in your life, let me say elevate, not even move forward, elevate in your life, the enemy is going to send attacks. So if he's attacking you, it's a sure sign that you are elevating. It's a sure sign that you're breaking bondage off of your life. If you are held bound to change, you will not be able to elevate. You will be able to move around, but you won't be able to elevate. So when you are able to break chains off of your life, you're elevating. So the moment that you're elevating, the enemy is going to attack you. He's going to send things to attack you. He's going to send words to attack you. He's going to send pain to afflict you. He's going to send things things to distract your focus. This is why you have to have a made up mind. You can't say I'm going through. You need to say I'm breaking through. And the moment that you're saying you're breaking through is the moment that you have a made up mind and you're saying no matter what is thrown my way, no matter what attack is sent to me, I'm not going to settle here for where I'm at. I'm going to see the promises of the Lord. I'm going to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I'm going to see that I'm not going to be stuck here. The enemy's attacks are not going to keep me bound to where I'm at. So no matter what is coming to me, I am breaking through that. No matter what the enemy tries to do to me, I am breaking through that. No matter what chains or nets the enemy tries to put on me, I am breaking through that. I don't care what cobwebs he sent to my life, I'm breaking through that. I'm getting through those things. So instead of saying I'm going through, begin to say I'm breaking through. But before you can say I'm breaking through, you need to have a made up mind that no matter what's sent your way, no matter what attack you encounter, no matter what is said about you, no matter what is done to you, you are still going to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I'm still going to see the promises of God that he promised on my life. No matter what I'm going through, you have to have a made up man. Remember, a made up man is a committed man. A made up man is a sure man. A made up man is a loyal man. It's time for you to be loyal to the destiny that God put on your life. Can you stop being loyal to the doom and damn that the enemy is trying to put on your life? And can you begin to be loyal to the destiny that God has promised you and already destined on your life? Can you be loyal to that? Can you begin to be disloyal to the enemy's attacks and the enemy's bondages? And can you begin to be loyal to what God has already put on your life? Can you begin to be loyal to the promises? Can you begin to be loyal to your destiny? Can you begin to be loyal to your purpose? Now it's time to get a committed man. It's time to get a made up man. It's time to get a sure man that, you know what, I'm going to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Y'all, that's it. I can drop the mic right there. Listen, y'all, pick up your shirt today. It's for sale, all different colors. I had the brown. The brown really set and resonated with me for whatever reason. Stays in her Bible and stays in her bag. That is me. If that's you, get your shirt today. It's on sale on yourbizccc.com/shop. Go order yours today. Share this word and go and empower someone today. You all have a blessed day.